Alright, so my name is Jack Howell, and I'm a senior on the Del Norte mountain biking team. I've been with them for 4 years now, so the entirety of my high school experience has been spent with the team. But my time at Del Norte is about to end, which means that I'll be leaving this team after all these years, so I figured it would be fitting to make a short documentary about one of our races to commemorate the mountain biking team along with all the people on it. So this whole thing will be a mix of commentary from me and interview responses from two other members of the team, Jonathan Hinsick and Sunny Wang, who were kind enough to answer my questions on the car ride home from the final race of our high school mountain biking careers.
Well, I'm on the biking team. It's pretty great, you know. We got a group of friends, and we just like biking. And sometimes, sometimes some of us go slow, and it's really funny.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Okay. What about you, Johnny? What is your role on this team?
I'm the mom. I am the president.
And what does that entail?
Really, not a whole lot. I just bike faster than everyone, so I'm the president.
All right. Sunny, what about you? What is your role on this team? If any? What's your favorite part about driving all the way out to this race that's 5 hours away from home?
Well, my favorite part, I think, is no one lets me drive, because apparently I don't know how to drive, so...
Apparently? You don't feel like you use both feet for the pedals.
Well, there's two pedals, and you have 2 feet. like
Great insight, Sonny.
Like, what if you have to brake, but then you like move your foot and then you miss the pedal?
Is there a reason why my headache keeps getting worse?
Like, that's terrible.
Yes, you're not helping by filming. My headache is actually getting worse.
So after a few hours of driving, we arrived at the venue where this race was held, and then we got to setting the whole campsite up, which took some time because there were a few dozen people that came to the race, some of which brought tents and stayed the night there. But once everything was done, we pretty much got to just relax on the campgrounds until our races, which were the next day. Johnny, why do you like camping?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I get to sleep in a tent.
Is that the only reason?
Sometimes there's trees around, and it gets cool sometimes.
Alright, Sonny, let's see if you can top that response.
What's the question? Can you repeat it?
Why do you like camping? Or do you like camping?
Yeah, it's pretty fun. You know, I get to set up 2 sleeping bags and 2 sleeping mats. And I get to sleep next to this bozo.
Yeah,
That is very true.
that's probably the highlight.
That's also my highlight. I changed my answer.
Did you like the food that we ate there, Sonny?
Well, I ate a lot of food. I had some really nasty protein bars. That was fun.
I don't think I have footage of that.
And then we ate some tacos. That was awesome.
We ate food with our best friend, Coach Jason Asker.
Coach Jay, if you see this, do not give him an A. He does not deserve it. I'm serious.
Don't
He's
listen to
been
him.
guinea pigging off the work of others, aka us, during this entire movie to get footage. Do
Hey,
not
all I'm
give him an
saying
A.
is,
if anything, give us an A.
when
We're
you
not even in your
were
class.
sleeping, Jack was out there filming, so...
Now, aside from the camping aspect of these races, the other major component would be the racing. So again, the high school racers go on Sunday and the middle school racers go on Saturday, which is why not everyone on the team has to stay the night at the campsite. But for those of us who stayed overnight, there's almost always stuff going on, and there's plenty of stuff to do before going to sleep. And in the morning, there's not quite as much to do. There is breakfast, but most of the morning is spent getting ready for the actual races to begin because they start at 9 a.m. And to be honest, from what I've heard, the actual racing is what people tend to like the least about the races because it is stressful sometimes, especially when it's someone's first race, and it all depends on what the actual race course looks like, but people definitely look forward to the camping and whatnot much more than they look forward to their race. Do you like racing, Sonny? We went to this race this weekend. How was it?
I think it was pretty good. I went really fast. I got my best time ever.
No, you didn't.
What?
Did you really?
Well, I got my best placement ever. Normally I get like 50th or 60th, but I got 35th last this time.
There were 36 racers in today's
There was
race.
actually no, there's like 38, but 2 of them got disqualified. So
So Sonny got second to last in the race. What about you, Johnny? How was your race? You're in a more advanced category than we are because you're faster than us.
It was pretty good. Thanks for asking.
You're welcome. Any highlights?
Some kid hurt themselves pretty bad. I did pretty alright for what I expected.
Okay.
And I saw some bozos like breaking down a tent right throughout the ride.
Yeah?
oh yeah, you
That was us.
Wait, that was you guys? No way.
It just it was a different tent. Yeah, you're talking
Well, it looked like a homeless shelter, so it could have been anybody.
about- Oh, no.
Yeah, you slept in the homeless shelter.
You slept in it.
Gladly.
Okay. Sonny, what about you? Did anything cool happen during your race? Sonny, did you see anything cool happen while we were watching people race?
Oh yeah, I saw this one guy. He had a tool in his hand. He was like hitting the ground with this hammer, and he did it for like 3 hours. It was pretty entertaining.
Yeah, that happened. Johnny, what about you? Did you see anything cool?
So there's this thing called a trail that like people bike on, and a bike is like a means of transportation. But in this context, it's like a hobby, like something people do for fun. So this guy was riding a bike. Oh, it's you. It was you. Okay, so this guy was riding a bike,
They can't see who you're pointing at.
and there's these things called rocks, which are like very old, and they're like sometimes in trails. And he was trying to go over, or he's trying to go around some of these specified rocks in a certain section. And while he was doing that, he heard a loud noise which confused him, and he did a backflip and like kind of hurt himself. So this time around, the race went relatively well for those of us who showed up. It went a little worse for some than it did for others, but that's another thing about racing mountain bikes, is that it's a dangerous sport, but if you go into it knowing that, it's actually pretty fun. But that's about it for what happened at our final race of the season, and all that's left after the race is packing everything up and then making the long drive back home.
What is your experience as a father?
My experience as a father.
No, how was the race, Brian? You're the new coach, kind of, and also my flesh and blood. Now you're driving as well.
The race was good. It was your last race, so kind of sad. But you guys all did well, and it was fun. It was a good course. We had a lot of people that stayed overnight and camped. Had a good dinner, and a good breakfast.
Okay. Speaking of which, Sonny,
Yes.
as our coach said, this is the last race, and you're only a junior. So what's gonna happen next year? We're gonna be gone. Do you think you're gonna be club president, Sonny?
Well, my first act of club president, if I be nominated, is to resign. So.
I mean, what am I supposed to say to that, right?
I guess that's expected.
As you can see, Johnny's legacy is being upheld.
I don't care.
So that concludes this documentary. Hopefully it gave some unique insight about what it's like to be on the mountain biking team at Del Norte, and at least showed what it's like to go to these races. But having said that, I think this about finishes what I got into 4 years ago, and I am definitely looking forward to seeing what the team looks like after I'm gone. I hope that it'll continue to grow, and I have no doubt that it will. And I do believe that with a few of the current riders who have joined us already, the overall performance of the team is only going to improve. So thank you.